Yo. I'm back with another reaction video for you guys, and today we're gonna react to Tina. You purchased the Delta Flight Part 7 of this drama shit. Alright, we're not gonna say too much though, but before we get to it, hit that like button and please subscribe. Comment down below what you guys think about the situation. Alright? But I ain't gonna hold y'all. We're gonna get right to it.
What's up, y'all? I'm back with another reaction video. You know what I'm saying? Part 7. What's up, y'all? I'm back with another reaction video. You know what I'm saying? Part 7. I basically just stopped reacting to that one video because I felt like I already touched on and pinpointed where I was speaking from, and basically what I wanted y'all to understand some things that was basically understand like a lot of reverse psychology words and a lot of antagonizing going on. So I think I pretty much addressed that part. So he made another reaction video, 26 minutes. I'm not going to break it down into parts. I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to fully address, because it was a lot of people that was DMing me saying that, you know, he made some threats or whatever. So before we get into this video, give this video a big thumbs up. Don't comment down below, but subscribe. And hit that bell. Hit the bell.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy Clarence NYC. Welcome back to my reaction channel. If you're new to this channel, man, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Show some love by leaving a comment and smashing that like button on this video. Y'all probably seen this coming. You know what I'm saying? I'm reacting to Clarence X, so I responded. Part 1 of Tina's reality TV show. Whatever she's trying to do.
I'll just skip like that.
What she's trying to do. Listen. But about to get into it. I can't sit here react to everybody's drama and not react to mine. So we about to get into it.
You ain't been reacting.
Let's start it.
So you already know what's going on. What's up? Before I get into this video, give this video a big thumbs up and let's get into the video.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy. You guys want me to push y'all over here? I can push y'all over here. Reaction channel.
What up, man?
Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure show some love by leaving a comment and smashing that like button on this video, man. Greatly appreciate it. Right now I feel pretty good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, make sure y'all go show love and support to this video, and hit that subscribe button. But do the same for me too, though.
Shout out to Diddy. You know what I'm saying? Diddy coming out with a new Ciroc. He had a Ciroc truck pull up. I don't really like Ciroc, but it was pretty good. Like the new Ciroc they got coming out. I don't like Ciroc though. I'm more of a tequila kind of.
You know, I kind of do, like telling by it, like his eyes was low and stuff. He drunk, so that lets me know that he had to be, you know,
Tina,
at a good mode to be on my level. But y'all,
what level is that, yeah?
Level of maturity.
Again, I'm not drunk. You guys, I'm a grown ass man. I don't get drunk.
I can't really tell.
Drunk. You get lit, maybe. Yeah. Get drunk.
Okay, get straight to the video. I know recently I told y'all I stopped smoking, I stopped doing this and that. I'm sober right now, just to let y'all know. I got bucks on, though. White sticks. No, man.
Almost choked on some water, bro. It's funny because them glasses are the same reason why they got caught up yesterday. Them glasses the same.
How would you like to earn $10,000 a month? Or better yet?
I'll skip that.
get caught up with doing what? I didn't get caught up doing anything. I can speak my truth. But for somebody to point out that somebody was in my lenses, that just shows how petty and biased y'all are. I can have people in my home. It's very sad.
You got people reflection in your glasses. That's wild. Now I gotta get back to work.
Nobody said anything about him being coached though.
So let's do this.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? We got Tina dropped the video name. Alright, let's do this. So we about to get into it. We about to do this. You know what I'm saying? Let's do this. You already know everything that's going on. Alright, let's do this. Let's get right into it. It's not even wasting any time. Let's do it.
I mean, you've been talking crap this long. You've been Twitter fingering this long. I've been. Hello, new subscribers. Let's get straight into the video. As y'all can see by the title.
I feel like I'm just staring at her. She put the video up that she was reacting to. Maybe she got the screen for it, so it just looked like I'm just sitting here staring at her.
I'm probably gonna go Derek Jackson. This reaction. I'm probably gonna be talking a lot in third person because I'm reacting to me, react to her. You know what I mean? So I'm probably gonna go Derek Jackson.
I'm gonna ask you a question. Basically, we both Derek Jackson at this point. I'm reacting to you, react to me. Just get it from the horse's mouth and listen carefully. I have a reaction channel. Well, basically, I'm doing reactions now because I'm defending my family. Queen May.
Tina, there's nothing anybody said about your family. The only things that were said is you said, and you and Chris had said, you and Chris are the only ones that said something.
What I said on Instagram, I have every right to feel that way. But nobody had mentioned you in the things that we have said. You just took it upon yourself because Queen gave you so much leeway, you felt like it was your business to respond and throw a little side shot on Twitter. And I got tired of it. I got tired of Queen allowing you to keep saying things. So while people keep saying, why are you on here? And oh, all of this over a 20-minute graduation. Well, this was the straw that broke the camel's back. Because it's like, I'm not about to keep sitting back and let you throw side shots on my family. And then you keep bringing up Chris in it. My question to you, Clarence, is where have Chris, when has he responded back to all the things that you've been saying? He hasn't responded. You're reacting to me, so stop throwing him in there. It's just petty at this point. People are always trying to take my rights away on how I feel. I posted that, I said what I said.
Everybody congratulated CJ. And you and Chris are the only ones that said something. What does your mom and Terrell have to do with it? With anything here? How are you defending her? Like what?
How am I defending her, Clarence? Because you keep throwing nasty side shots about my mom on Twitter, and then you do it behind camera too. And my brother hopped in it because notice that my brother, he really doesn't hop in it unless it's really something. You said some things, Clarence. And my brother stepped in because he's the man of the house over here. And he gonna step. That's just what it is. We step over here.
What is everybody saying about them? You feel me? Like no one said anything about them.
Family. So when I'm talking about family, I'm talking about my mom and my brother. What's on my chest? Because it seems like everybody can do that lately. But when it comes to me, I have to watch what I say and be quiet. You shouldn't have said this. You shouldn't have said that. No. No more, honey. No.
So you're saying we got to share some pictures and videos of CJ's graduation?
I'm going to try not to stop the y'all.
Regarding your first grade. And of course, Chris knows he wasn't notified of the graduation. Somebody commented, so you didn't go to CJ's graduation, and he responded,
Yo, can y'all hear me? Make sure
eat some chicken, y'all.
I just felt like
It's
you
fine.
knew that he was graduating a week ago. You knew he was graduating 2 weeks ago. Why wasn't nobody
Some
notified?
baked chicken wings.
Everybody knows how we are with CJ.
My shirt ain't
Everybody
inside
knows how
out.
CJ is with us.
Stop being petty.
No, I don't. Like, be patient with me, y'all, because I'm trying to. This is all coming at me really fast, you know what I'm saying? But no, I don't know how you are. I don't know how Chris is. No, I do know. Well, I do not being like sarcastic, but I
know you're being sarcastic. It's okay. I understand. I would too if I was in your position. You keep looking over to the right and the left. It seems to me like you're being coached, but
You see, this is where it gets a little funny, because now that we know you were being coached, is that why you said it looks like I'm being coached? Was that?
no, Clarence. If you look to my title of the video, this is part 1. And you're trying to make it look like you reacted to this video just now and you dropped it, but you're a strategic person. You've been watching my videos. You've been watching them. So when I said that you were being coached, this wasn't when I was so-called being coached through my lenses. For once again, I'm old enough, I'm 19 years old, nobody has to coach me do anything. But I can't help it, people are want to be so petty and be too deep and go beyond my lenses. Look, nobody's in my lenses this time. Nobody's there. Nobody can coach me. You want to know why? Because nobody can tell my story better than I can tell my story. I don't need a narrator. This is my truth and I'm speaking it by myself.
A bit of a guilty conscience, maybe?
No.
Now she thinks if I just...
Okay, get straight to the reaction. You thread. What's up? Come on.
You know, your glasses. And to find out you see the cap. You see the guy. I hope, not that I hope, I know you guys are seeing the cap. Cap just spills out. You know what I'm saying? You gotta let people talk. Just let themselves do.
So you saying let people talk. You gotta let people talk. As if I'm hanging myself. Let her talk and then she hangs herself. No. I'm talking because you keep saying stuff. And Queen keeps allowing you to say stuff. And you feel like you're entitled to say these things because nobody is telling you to stop. So all this talk, she let her hang herself and stuff
Take a
like that.
blessing,
I'm
y'all.
not hanging nothing. I'm telling on you. And you keep speaking like you can run me off the internet. That's not gonna happen.
Do whatever they
Don't want me to run.
They literally talk to so much shit. They literally talk to so much. Chris,
Should say allegedly, because that wasn't true.
Graduation, right? I want y'all to answer these questions. What school does
Watch him try to antagonize me this video. I'm not falling for it, watch.
And Chris, you don't say that because you just broke. How you just got a couch straight when you say he's been there for 2 years. This is his second year at the school and you're asking what school he goes to. How you don't like yourself? What school does he go to? What's his teacher's name? What's the name of his best friend at his school that he's been at for 2 years? Chris, you know how much his tuition is? Take a guess, because I know you don't know, because you're not nowhere near, you're not even involved. You don't even...
You talking about Chris at that part. But to answer your question,
Oh, I think she's about to answer that question. This is about to be good.
well, what we know, or what we knew, because Queen doesn't talk to us anymore, CJ didn't go to public school because it was a pandemic. Saya because I remember CJ telling.
Now let me put this to the side. I want to talk to you. Now, Tina, does this make sense? You find out that CJ graduated on social media, right? And he had a cap and gown on, and there were other kids there. So if he was getting homeschooled, how the hell is he at a graduation with other kids?
I'm sorry, you can still graduate being homeschooled. You can still graduate being online schooled because the district, if you're homeschooled and there's a district, all those kids that's in that district that's virtually online school, it doesn't matter. You don't have to be at a classroom to graduate. But if it's a district, you can graduate from home. You just won't be able to participate in maybe pep rallies or homecomings, but that's older. But this just proves to me that your maturity level is because you can still graduate from homeschool and virtual school. So please comment in my message request if I'm wrong, because in my city,
you're right about
you
that,
can graduate from homeschool. So if I'm wrong, y'all let me know in my message request, not the comments. They'll be off.
He graduated from homeschool. What did he graduate at? Like right in my bucket.
Oh my goodness.
But that answer's wrong.
It's not wrong.
He's been going to school for 2 years. That answer's wrong.
Telling me how he would make fun of him. His teacher name is Mr. Osea.
And Mr. Osea is his tutor.
Look at him trying to antagonize me. Tutor, teacher is the same thing. That's not making sense.
Yeah.
Because if you're homeschooled, you have a tutor/teacher. Tutor, teacher. Look how he's trying to antagonize me. It's Osea. It's Osea. As long as I answer the question right, that I'm right at this point. But I'm going to skip all past this part because it's like you're trying to act like I don't know my nephew when it's things that you're trying to do to antagonize me because you know that you're there present in his life. Like, stop doing that, Clarence. You're trying to make everybody look at me as like I'm a little girl, but you're the boy at this point. You're a boy. Tutor/teacher, same thing. Because I remember CJ telling me.
So that answer's wrong too.
How he would make fun of him of his double chance of how fat he was.
So that
I'm not dogging his teacher out, but that's what CJ told me. He was
homeschool. You're probably gonna have a graduation at home.
No,
right?
You won't. Incorrect.
No idea.
That was wrong. If you're gonna quiz me, please make sure you know what you know. As far as we know, his name's Joe.
And what kind of little kid name is Joe? First of all, his best friend name is JoJo. But that's more like family. That's our assistant/babysitter's nephew. Like they call each other family and cousins.
Okay, that's not neither here or there. Queen said Joe. It was JoJo, but it's Joe. I said Joe because I don't want to put him in there, but you threw him in there. And regardless of what type of little kid name is Joe, see, this is how I know that you're immature, because if Franklin, I'm going to say Franklin, if Franklin is a little baby, that's still going to be his name until he's an adult. So Franklin as an infant, Franklin as a toddler, Franklin as a kid, Franklin as a teenager, Franklin as an adult. But I could say the same thing, because what type of name is Clarence? What type of name is Clarence? What type of name is Clarence? You were Clarence as a baby, Clarence as a toddler, Clarence as a kid, Clarence as a teen, Clarence now as an adult. But what type of name is Clarence? Clarence.
I'm laughing because I'm loud,
Yo,
y'all.
shorty, my name Clarence. Oh my goodness, I'm crying. You shouldn't have said that. I've been waiting. Because it ain't like your name cute either.
And JoJo doesn't go to the same school as CJ.
That's not what I was told.
That's another wrong answer.
He always talks to
Very invested though.
His name's Joe. Why do I have to be so invested, Clarence? Another reason why I know this relationship with my sister and my nephew is a business to you. Can't y'all see? Can y'all see this? How his vocabulary is money, invested, tuition. Look how. Y'all don't, man, it's just, at this point, y'all make me look like I'm crazy. But I know I'm not.
What's the little mascot for the school?
No, the book bag and stuff, you know that. You there with him 24/7. I'm not gonna play this 21 questions game with you. What mascot? What school? What's his mascot? He was on my school, Clarence. Yes, he was. His bag is not important because everybody knows that you're around him.
Wrong. That answer's wrong. You got an F, man. You got an F.
So now I'm being graded on my nephew. You got an F, Tina. You got an F. Now I'm being graded on my nephew. This still doesn't prove any point why I shouldn't be in his life. When I was there before you were. This doesn't prove any point at all. Like, you're trying to attack my self-esteem when it comes to my nephew. You're trying to belittle me like I'm a little girl. And I'm not. I see everything that you're doing.
Name some fears to CJ. Name some fears, CJ. Name some likes.
For one of CJ's fears are him being scared of the dark.
Oh, shit. You just named the fear of every kid in America.
I mean, well, you asked, Clarence. You asked what's his fear. I'm just letting you know. Now as you named every kid in America. Well, you shouldn't have asked if you know he had the age to be scared.
Every fear from every kid in America right now. That's his age.
Scared of losing connection to his daddy. He's scared of losing connection to his nanny.
Lost me right there.
But you knew that. That's why he's around your family.
So F his mom, right? Like, so he's not scared. Yeah, he's not scared of losing his mom, but he's specifically, he specifically is scared of losing his dad, losing connection with his dad.
Look at him. Of course he's not scared of losing connection to his mom because she is around him 24/7. The ones that used to be around isn't around no more. So all that trying to be too deep and strategic and try to use reverse psychology, only the fans fall for that, not me. You really don't like him like that, Clarence?
This shit crazy, y'all.
2 months prior back, he was standing in the middle of the hallway crying, using the restroom on himself.
Oh my God. Not only is she like no one's safe around him. Why are you telling this boy's business on it?
So why you yell at him, Clarence? Are you going to answer my question before I unpause you? Why you yell at him? You're trying to make it look like I'm exposing my nephew. Nobody's safe around this girl. No, nobody's safe around you. Why you yell at him and tell him to go back to bed? And you can't say that I'm lying. No, that was told by Queen. It's a lot of things that you get on here and you think you have the balls to say. And the stuff that I'm saying and been saying in these videos, Queen was telling us. Just how Queen said, you got all this equipment. Because when Queen comes back home, she's comfortable. She's in her comfort zone when she used to come back home. So she would tell us things how she bought you this camera equipment, this reaction equipment, and you barely use it. She's I'm just tired of people being lazy. I was like, who are you talking about, Queen? You talking about us? She said, no, I'm just talking about people need to get jobs or something. She was talking about you. She's fed up, Clarence. She is fed up. And she has to suck it up because you impregnated her to have her stuck so you can keep taking her money. And then you want to blame it on my nephew. I love my nephew, I do. But he was not brought out of love, Clarence. You didn't bring him out of love. You brought him so you could have entitlement to say that I have right to her money because she has my son. Because it was just, y'all was just boyfriend and girlfriend. You really didn't have no entitlement there. So you linked and had a baby with her so you can say that you have this entitlement. Like, the things that you're doing, it really does not make sense at this point. It really doesn't.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta grow up and see these things. Why are you just gonna skip that?
And also, he's gonna grow up and see that you're talking about his dad. He's gonna grow up and see that. So stop making it look like he's not gonna grow up and see what you're doing. He's going to grow up and see that you're talking about his dad. Belittling his dad. Belittling his family, his support system. He's going to grow up and see this. CJ is a YouTube kid. He's always been on YouTube. I wouldn't be surprised if he don't see stuff now. Because when we was at the medicine video premiere, when we was sitting there, that lookalike that was tied up in a chair, he knew that was a lookalike of his dad. I had to bring him out the medicine video premiere and try to make it look. He said, Daddy? Kids know. He's seen that. So stop being biased. Because he was depressed. And you yelled at him and told him to go back to bed.
That is cap. And he's never depressed.
How would you know that?
He's just scared. There's a reason why he was scared. He's doing a lot better now. But there was a reason.
How do you know that?
And there's only one person you can ask why he's like that. Y'all know who?
Look at him trying to put the blame on Chris. When there's actually videos out there that when he would leave Chris' house, he would be upset. He will cry. Look how you're trying to belittle Chris, and he hasn't said nothing, not once. Look how you're trying to belittle his fatherhood. Like, go back to videos. The receipts are in the videos how CJ interacts with his dad. I mean, I'm not finna keep getting on here and saying this type of stuff when there's already receipts out there. So for the people that show me the receipt, I didn't think I needed receipts on my own family. On my own family's business, I didn't think that I needed receipts, but maybe y'all right. Maybe I should start having receipts at this point. Maybe y'all right. But there's videos out there. If a person is scared or upset or don't like the parent, it's going to show. It is going to show. So for you to say that he was scared and he's doing a lot better now. You don't know that, Clarence. I look at the videos that y'all be trying to do and put CJ in it, and I know how CJ is. It's a difference when CJ is with us, it's a difference when CJ is with his dad, and it's a difference when CJ is with y'all. I'm not saying that at some points he isn't happy, but he's questioning. He's wondering why isn't he around the people he loved. That Mother's Day picnic that you did was trash. Y'all was around some grass and some trees. You think he was happy? He looked bored. I know a happy kid when I see one. I've been around several of kids. Your nieces and your nephews are the closest things to you actually having a kid. So of course I'm going to pay attention and look and see what is wrong with him. It's sad to say I would do the same thing with Legend, but I don't have a bond with him. And that's okay. I'm not going to sit up here and cry about that. That's how you want it to be. That's your son. So that's understandable. That's your kid. That's my nephew, but that's your kid. So stop trying to do, you cannot do this with CJ. That is not your child. That's not your son. That's not your business.
That's the only person y'all need to be asking why he's like that. He's doing a lot better now.
Trying to take father rights away.
If you wasn't around, why do you feel like you know everything, but you don't know everything? You get what I'm saying? Like she's almost saying, you guys separated her and took her.
The things that I'm being told by Queen, that's how I know everything. But you don't have to know everything to not be around the person. You could be around the person that you used to be around, and then things are being told to you, and then I know everything. You can still be around the person and not be around them anymore. But that's not here or there.
I'm exposing you guys because I know everything. Like, what? It doesn't make sense.
You lucky almost there.
Tina, what was you gonna do?
Right now. Like, it needs to just
At
look
this
like
point,
it's so invested.
it's soft.
Tell me what school
He's
CJ
soft.
goes to.
All these questions that you're asking and by me, what I'm exposing and what I'm telling y'all ain't nothing but straight facts. Things that I've known. While y'all saying, oh, this is just, you're lying at this point, you're capping. I've been wanting to say the things on here that I'm saying now, but it wasn't at that time. You know, it wasn't a lot that was being thrown out there. There was still shots that was being thrown, but when you brought my mom into it, that's what made me respond. Because she hasn't said anything to you, and she constantly kept apologizing. Which I don't know why. She didn't do anything to you, but she still apologized. CJ's graduation was the last straw. We're never around for his birthday party.
Crazy, y'all. They got the new Skittles out. It's crazy.
Never. But y'all are. Y'all around. And then you try to react to this video and say, who wants to go to a kid party? Trying to antagonize. No, that's my nephew. I was there for the baby shower. I was there his first birthday. It's like everything you tried to take away from me, and that's still my nephew. I'm still not going to let go of me and his bond. I don't care how many years y'all try to take away from me not seeing him. That's still my nephew, and the love will never change. The bond will never change. Never. That's why every single time that he leaves, I give him something. I'll give him something because I know I'm not going to see him for a while. I give him things to take back. It's almost like a remember me type gift. It shouldn't be that. But it is. All because you stepped in the picture. Things has been different.
Psychology. Because you know that there's been a lack of communication there. You know that. Because that's what you do. You're an emotional abuser. You took Queen away from her family and her friends to weaken her support system.
Let me stop it there. For all the Queen Naija fans, you guys can comment this because you guys could probably answer this. And tell me if you agree with me or not. Queen has the most support that she's ever had.
Oh, wow.
Since being on.
Let me pause it right there. If I used to stay, and this is, I'm putting myself in your shoes. I'm just going to say it. If I used to stay in New York with my mother in a basement, I would try to make sure she has the best support because I meet a rich girl. I will make sure she has the best support system too if I want the money. Because this is how I know Clarence is still a little boy, and now you're a little boy in designer clothing. Because when Queen first met you, you were in the basement at your mom's house. You were still living with your mom. And the age that you were, you would think that you would have your own house to at least to the point that we could say, okay, well, he had his own things. You were still staying in the basement with your mom, and then you went to the next female and piggybacked off her and then want to talk about her family. Talk about how much of a pain that we are, and she has the best support system. So knock out my mom's supporting then too, huh? My mom is the one that embraced her. That's like somebody planting this beautiful flower, and then once it's already planted and rooted, you try to, this my flower, this mine's, and then come and pluck it. You weren't there when she was at American Idol. You weren't there when she was at The Voice. You weren't there when my mom was instilling her to be the most beautiful girl that she can be, to be strong. You was not there. You weren't there at her middle school talent shows. You weren't there at her elementary talent shows. You weren't there at her high school talent shows. You weren't there at her graduation. You weren't there. So how could you say that? It's like basically a slap in the face to my mom. It's been a slap in my face, and Queen allows you. That's why I have no respect for her, because the things that she allows you to say, you're the only one that feels entitled. Nobody feels entitled. Nobody is using that word, but you. You're the only one who feels invested. You're the only one who feels entitled. Nobody but you. It was never about money to us. Never. Queen was the only one that was, she basically took trash off the Bronx streets. Basically, that's what she did. She took trash off the Bronx streets and put it in her life. And now it's stinking. When you bring up trash, it stinks. Now it's stinking. And we smelt the trash, and then you want to say it's us. No, you stink. No, it's you. That's why you don't want us around. We see through you. We know you.
And everybody that you're seeing is still around. Her family, perfect lives. I'm pretty sure she comes out here and stop by like family.
You look at them like family, but you talk about them when they leave. I'm not gonna say jazz bad, but I'm gonna say Armand and Trey. You talked about Armand and Trey. You and Lee talked about Armand and Trey before Queen signed. Queen was going to do a project with them, and Lee stopped it. She said no. I want to wait until Queen signed because Armand and Trey, they signed to the Warner Brothers, but they're not going to get nowhere. They're not going to take off how Queen is going to take off. Y'all talked about Armand and Trey. When Armand and Trey was at that loft, that penthouse that y'all was living in, Armand and Trey was there. They left some trash on the counter. Soon as Armand and Trey left, you yelled at Queen. You yelled at her. And you said, why did you let your friends come and mess up? They just messed up our house. And then you're pregnant and you gotta clean it up. God is my witness you said those words, Clarence. You talked about them. You and your sister.
Made her clean it up. Damn.
Y'all talked about Armand and Trey.
And she was pregnant.
And of course, yeah, notice how her friends is around, but her family isn't. It's because they don't see through you how we see through you. That's why we're not around.
Oh no, that's true. That's
so don't
crazy.
try to make it look like I don't know what I'm talking about. You talked about them. You ran Armand and Trey down. Constantly. And I should have known then. The way that you talked about them and talked them down so much. I already know that Queen wasn't going to say nothing. I should have known that she ain't going to say nothing through this. Through how you talk about her family, if you talk about her day one friends that been there since the red couch days. I should have known.
Everybody that was around is still around. And Chris, those are the only.
Yeah, notice how he said except you guys. But that shouldn't have been your choice to make. That should have not been your decision to make. It wasn't. It was not your decision. It still isn't.
Yeah, because they still.
But at this point, if she likes it, I love it at this point.
Basically, he just.
It is what it is. The feelings are mutual.
Or nothing, so I see why.
Y'all taking her money, bro.
Pity patty gang with you all night.
Y'all want to act like y'all so invested. Y'all taking this girl money behind her back. I'm not dumb.
And I'm in your situation. I'm gonna know the teachers. I'm gonna know the number. I got the number. I want my email added so I can also I can know what he's doing, how's the progress. Same thing. You don't care about that stuff. I do. It's important that he grows up and has an education.
Well, dating a narcissist like you, Clarence, nobody would know anything. I don't even think that you would let them know if it was a baby shower. But, since you're so big onto
Babies.
It was a scenario. Here you go trying to be too deep.
We're not telling you guys.
Oh, I wouldn't want to know, honey.
We're not telling you. What?
Listen, that's what you're not understanding. The feelings is mutual. I wouldn't want to know if you had another baby. I wouldn't want to know. The feelings are very mutual. Very.
Is that what she meant?
Since you're so big on education.
No, it was a scenario.
Why did you pay for legend to come in this earth?
First of all, what does that have to do with education?
What does invested in tuition have to do with my nephew?
Come in this earth. Why did you pay for legend to come in this? Didn't know if it was a baby shower. But since you're so big on tuition, since you're so big on education, why did you pay for legend to come in this earth? The OBGYN bills came to our house. Queen paid for him to be born.
Okay. So now let me break down financial literacy for Tina. Because one, she doesn't own a car. Two, she doesn't have, just financial literacy. You know what I'm saying? No one has taught her. But let me teach you something. Tina, the reason why you didn't think you stole from me when you stole Queen's credit card is because, let me tell you.
Oh, I can't wait. Let me explain.
And on a joint card, her name, a joint card would not say two names. No credit card will say two names. I need to say your name or a company name. That's it. I'm not gonna say this. No. A joint card pays for bills, kids, travel, and whatever else has to do with the family. That card is not used for personal belongings. It's not used for trip. It's not used for NBA YoungBoy merch. It's not used for Balenciaga runners. It's not used for that. So that's why it doesn't.
Thank you. You brought out the Balenciaga runners. Yep. I wanted to get there. Okay. You're right. You're right about this situation with a joint card. It's not going to say both names. You're absolutely right about that point. I got to give you props on that. But what I'm not going to give you props on, that was not a joint card because it was said by Queen. Queen said that. Queen told us that that was not a joint card. She has a YouTube card and she has a card. And it was not your name on it, and it's not a joint card because Queen told us that. And then you made it look like, let me break this down. Since you want to talk about financial literacy, let me break this down, Clarence, because the $600 worth of Domino's, the way you put that, you made us look like greedy slobs and made it look like that it happened in one day. That situation was 2 years ago that had happened. That was 2 years ago. And it happened over 6 months prior over a time from ordering pizza because CJ was there and you were in New York. My was at the time. But let me bring up the Balenciagas and the Delta flight. That was not me. That was you. Go back to that tell-all book. That's why you got the heat off of you and put it on Chris about the jeans. That was you. You went to that girl's doorstep. Y'all dropped her off some shoes. But notice how that Delta flight, that got cleared up behind camera. Queen known that that was not me, but she never once dressed that publicly. So, yes, I did take Never Broke Again. But the Balenciaga runners, the Delta flight, that was not me. That was you. But it's funny how when that flight got purchased, it's funny how Leslie ended up at the BET Awards. It's very funny. But you put that on me. I can always go here and I can always be honest with y'all. I can always be honest in the past by the things that I have done, whether it was stealing. I was always honest with y'all. And I'm going to be honest again. Yes, I did take Never Broke Again. Yes, I did. The situation that happened with my ex. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I can always be honest, but you can't. You took those Balenciagas. You want to know how I know that you took them? Because my sister gave me the size. I said, what size were they, Queen? Because she tried to blame it on my ex at the time and said that my ex swiped them. I said, no, she didn't, Queen. What size are they? She said a woman's a 6. She's not even a size 6. She's a size 7. She's a 7. My ex wears a size 7. So those Balenciaga runners, that was on you. And now you really have some explaining to do. You do. Because that Delta flight, I was 17 at the time. I didn't even have an ID. You have to have an ID to purchase a flight. But you have some explaining to do with Queen. Because, yeah, I did the Never Broke Again. But that $600 worth of Domino's, you made it look like this was all purchased and cover up the tracks. That you purchased that Delta flight and you got those Balenciaga runners. And you didn't think that Queen would notice. You constantly... Y'all taking from her. I'm sorry, I don't care what y'all say. Some of y'all say, use a legend, use a legend. The proof is all in the pudding. You really explain that. When you had said that prior, I really wanted to get on there and say that at the time. But it made me, I was always the fallout girl. You always looked at me as damaged goods. You know I didn't purchase that Delta flight or those Balenciagas. That was you. It was in that book too, by the way. That's what I'm saying. greedy. Talk about $600 worth of dominoes when Queen gave us her card number. That situation was 2 years prior. And it happened months, not in one day. You made us look like we were greedy because of our weight. You predicated it on that.
With caught our attention. It's used for important things only, joy things, the cars that we have outside, the house that we live in, hospital bills, emergency room bills, all of those things come out of that card. So that's why you didn't think you stole from me. And that's how we caught you in a lie when you said, oh yeah, I stole from him to teach him a lesson. No, you didn't. You didn't know that was my card.
It's not your card. Queen said that.
You stole from me. And so now let me break that down even further.
I intentionally stole from Queen, then I stole from you.
Why?
See?
Like, why I just told you all of that. A bill coming to your house doesn't mean that I didn't have any that I didn't pay anything. You get what I'm saying? Queen was the one in the hospital, so it's gonna say Queen. It's not gonna say my name. I'm not the one in the hospital, Tina.
You're absolutely right about that. You're true. I gotta give you props again. But what I'm not about to give you props for again, that when that OBGYN bill came and the Rolex bill came at the same time. They came at the same time. And your name was on the Rolex bill. Your name wasn't on the OBGYN. Queen even said that you didn't pay for Legend and Be Born. She even said it. Why are you talking about she's so confident? She's so confident. I'm very confident because I'm telling the truth.
Hi, Chuck Eldridge with HopeAuto.com. For your best summer ever, call, text, email, or come on by. If you've been waiting for...
I'm very confident because I can always get on here and admit that I'm wrong. But I am not wrong about these past videos that I've been saying. I'm not wrong about this situation. So, all of this to make me look like I'm lying? You had to, of course you strategized through this video because it's all a trick. It's all a trick to make me look like I'm a little girl and I don't know financial literacy and all this and that. All these big vocabulary words all got to do with money. That's all you're about. Money is really the root of all evil. I can see it with you. You're one prime example. But the fact that y'all can stoop so low and pay people to bash us says a lot. Says a lot. I didn't think that it would be that deep. I didn't think that it would be that deep to where y'all have to pay somebody to bash us. How many of y'all T channels or reaction channels was paid? I'm just asking a question. I really want to know. Because there's so many people that be talking bad about our family that act like they was there. So, DM me if y'all been paid. Because all of this that you're trying to make it seem, you did not pay for him to be born. Yeah, she was in the hospital. Of course, you're right about that. But when those bills came, it was one was your name on it, with the card ending such and such such, and then it was her name on it with the card ending such and such such. They didn't show the whole card number, it just showed the 4 digits. You did not pay for him to be born. You weren't bawling like that at the time. She paid for him to be born.
Just like when CJ has to go to the house or to the doctor, the bill doesn't go to Chris' house. You get what I'm saying? It goes to where he lives, which is our house.
But the bills came to our house.
Your house doesn't mean I didn't pay. Like, that's just silly.
You didn't pay, Clarence. I wouldn't be on here so adamant if he didn't.
Then pregnancy. Like this little narrative that you're saying, like, you know I got it, Tina. Out of everybody. You know.
And where you get it from, Clarence? my sister. You know, notice that you dropped your little 45 brand. Notice that he hasn't been doing shirts or hoodies anymore. That was all up front. You look at my sister as this big bank. You know, now you know why I got it like that. Yeah. That's easy for you to say. You're constantly taking her money. Constantly. It's gonna all come out eventually, sooner or later. I'm not gonna be on here acting like I'm so adamant and so confident if it wasn't true. And then y'all wanna say, how do y'all know? I mean, how does she know? I'm the sister. Y'all want to believe everything that's going on in T pages, but then when I tell y'all something, y'all don't believe me. Then y'all run to the T pages and believe what they saying. I'm about to put the T pages out of business about all the stories that y'all was wrong at previously in the past. I'm finna put y'all out of business. Y'all always looking, this is the real tea right here, but y'all go to the T pages. Basically, it's like y'all going to the store to grab some tea when the tea already is in the pot. It's in the kettle. It just don't make no sense. You did it. You paid for a $15,000 Rolex.
The Rolex was $19,000.
It was $15,000, and Queen did not buy you that Rolex. You did.
My AP's 45 bands.
Queen's 45 bands.
Yeah, I paid for that. Yeah, 45.
Watch for bills and mail come to our house because it was out there. Did she pay for your brother's funeral too, Clarence?
I seen people were telling me that you said something about mom. And all I'm gonna say, and all I'm not gonna
I was waiting to get to this part.
I'm gonna address it for the sake of my family. I know some people are upset. And all I'm gonna end it with is if you keep, and this goes for anybody, you know what I'm saying? If you keep saying certain things, there's only certain, like, I'm not gonna be able to keep people off you guys, but for so long. And when I say people, I mean my family. And you're talking about two, like, talking about it like my brother was a gangster. You feel me? My brother don't really even play like that. Never played with niggas like that. And there's a lot of family that I'm not gonna get to that.
Okay, it's not. Wait, what was you about to say?
I'm not gonna be able to keep people off y'all for too long.
Listen.
Earn your degree in less than 12 months for under $11,000. University of Phoenix's competency-based...
Vice versa. But you see how you get hurt and upset when somebody talk about your family? You see how it hurts you, how it stings? How do you think I feel? You don't get a pass. All that gangster. See, man, we don't even use that word over here. It's hitters. So they ain't stopped making hitters when they made yours. Guns and butter. That's all I'ma say. Stay tuned for part 8. What's up, yo?
What y'all think about this situation, y'all? What y'all think? Comment down below. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like if y'all like these reaction videos. Alright. I'm gonna leave my Instagram down in the description below. You guys can go follow me there and send me some more videos to react to. You heard? And I'll see y'all next time. Alright.